Hello. Are you looking for more time in the day to create, craft, sew, knit, crochet, whatever it is you want to do? I got you. Stay tuned. Hi, my name is Lisa. You're watching One Lisa Show, and today we're going to go over 5 ways you can get yourself more time to do the hobbies that you want to do. I like to sew, so most of this is going to be geared to sewing, but any kind of craft, creating, knit, crochet, woodworking, anything, I got you. My number one tip to find more time in the day to sew is to write it down. Yep, this is my to-do list today. Work, unfortunately, is not on it, even though I did do it, but I put down the minimal tasks. What I wanted to talk about today is video, but shower, I took a shower, so I checked it off. Dishes, haven't done them yet, so I have not checked it off. Make bed, I checked it off. You can see, make a video, I'm doing that now, so we're doing good. Writing it down, write down what you have to do, and then at the end of the list, the reward is the craft or creative project you want to work on. Mine says sew after work. Whether you want to give yourself an extra 15 minutes a day to do your crafting, your sewing, your creative time, or 30 minutes or an hour, or even if you want to be able to batch it up and get 3 hours in on a Saturday or a Sunday, this is going to help by having a checklist that you can write down and cross off as you go. My second hint is similar to those lines. Put it in your calendar. I have so many friends in my profession that say if it's not in my calendar, it doesn't exist. And honestly, for work, I'm a realtor. When I'm calling clients, potential clients, making my calls to title companies, to attorneys, to other agents, it is in my calendar every day. I time block time for work, and you can also time block time for yourself and for your creative time. You really can do it. I know you say you can't, but you can. And if you think there's not enough time in the day, let's talk about number 3. This is probably the biggest time waster you have, and you do know it, you don't want to admit it. Right here. Stop the scroll. It's called doom scrolling. A lot of us are guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. I was in a Zoom with other makers and vloggers and creators, and other people were also talking about how they are guilty of the doom scroll. Now, sometimes we do it because we want research. I like to research a pattern, and the best way for me to research a pattern is to go on Instagram and put in the pattern number or the pattern name and see what comes up in the hashtag and what people say about it and how they adjusted the pattern or how they hacked it and how it looks on them. And I look for people with similar body types to me. That's doom scrolling, but it's also research. But here's the thing, limit that time. Stick to once a day to doom scroll. And if you think you can't do it, there was a time, I'm a Gen Xer, there was a time we didn't even have cell phones and we were awesome. We had plenty of time to do things. So put that phone away, and when you are creating, turn your ringer down. This is time blocked. You deserve it. This is your reward time. Step 4, batch your chores. Now that sounds weird, doesn't it? Batch your chores. But consider this. Chores are going to be there no matter what. And some people like to do chores once a week, and they spend a whole 4 hours cleaning and doing their chores. My other half, that's what he does on Saturdays. It's his chore day, and he spends like 3 hours every morning on Saturdays doing what he needs to do. Some things don't get done. They get pushed off for the next Saturday, but those are his days. That's it. Saturday morning, he is doing chores, and what gets done in that time frame gets done, and what doesn't get done. Some people like to do chores once a week. Other people like to batch meal prep and try to get as much of it done. Another thing that I'm guilty of, my other half is guilty of, and we're trying to do better at, is we use our grocery store like a pantry. Where we live, and with what we both do for work, we're always out on the road, and it's easy to stop on the way home. Stop and get milk, stop and get eggs, stop and get what we want for dinner tonight. Trying to get a meal plan together or trying to get your grocery list and to just get everything for the week one time. Every time I go to the grocery store, even if I ran in and got one thing and came out, that's an extra 15 minutes that I lost that day. But if I go to the grocery store once a week and I commit to a list, and maybe I buy extra on the list, but I try to buy for the week, because when I was a kid, my parents went to the grocery store one time. They would go one time a week, and that was it. Getting back to that time where you go, you buy a quantity of what you need for the week and you make it work, you will find more time during the day, the rest of the week, because you're not running out and going and getting something. Other ways you can batch your chores is you can say, I'm going to do dishes every day, and I'll clean my island every day, but maybe only on Wednesdays and Saturdays I clean the floors or vacuum unless there's a spill or something that has to be attended to that day, something happens. Other things could be laundry days are this day and that day. And it's tough. It's tough at first to conceptualize this and to be so organized. And I am not by any means that organized. Trust me. I'm always cleaning. I'm always finding one cleaning to do a day. But I find other ways to gather my time, such as trying to go to the grocery store less and to try to stop my doom scroll or limit it at least to a half hour in the morning or a half hour after dinner. And finally, number 5, plan your project. It's not just a matter of, oh, I'm going to do this, and then you decide to start it. Be intentional and be mindful in your craft. So I'm in the middle of making these pajama pants for Big Daddy, for my other half. I did not have his size traced out. I did not have anything except I knew what fabric I was going to use, but I made a plan. I planned the project. One day I would trace it, the next day I would cut it, and the third day I would sew it. And in that process, I was able to make sure I had the correct thread, interfacing, elastic. He wants a drawstring, so I was able to find a drawstring, order a drawstring for him, and I planned it so I would get the drawstring on the day I would want to be doing the sewing or the day before. Planning out your project and knowing how much time you need to block those days help you wiggle and accomplish the opportunity to have more creative time. Keep your eye on the prize, be mindful and be considerate of your time and plan your project out. Could I do all of that in one day? I absolutely could. And if that works for you, by all means, that's what you should be doing. Some people have a dedicated sewing area or a place where they can craft or create. I do. I'm very lucky and blessed. But other people have to bring their sewing machine out, or whatever they're working on, they have to bring it out and put it on the dining room table or the kitchen table or somewhere else every time they craft. So in that aspect, maybe having one day and trying to combine and do a lot of chores the other days, and to really plan your project out, read your instructions, research how the pattern looks, make sure you have all the supplies and order what you need ahead of time. That can give you the most bang for your buck when you have that block of time, if you only get to do it once or twice a week. Hopefully this helps you get more time, and it only is going to help if you change some of your habits and your daily spending of time. So stop the doom scroll. Stop going to the grocery store every day or every other day to pick up 1 or 2 items. Let me know in the comments, do you have any other hints, tips, or tricks to sewing more, creating more, crafting more, how to get more for your time? I would love to hear. And if you found this video useful, please share it, like it, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much for watching.